There's been a lot of talk lately about the future of Angels superstar Shohei Ohtani, and for my money, the most talented baseball player in MLB history. Fans seem to want one thing, ownership might want another, but what does Shohei want, and what should the Angels do? There's a lot of options, a lot of different perspectives on this, and I've been seeing a lot of people talk about it on Twitter, and it's not an easy question, it's not a simple one. There's a lot of decisions that have to be made by multiple different parties, so today we're going to do a deep dive into that and talk about what the Angels should do with Shohei Ohtani. Should they trade him? Should they make him the richest baseball player in history? What should they do with Shohei Ohtani? What is up, YouTube? It is your boy NMR Sports here, coming back at you with another MLB video. Today, we're going to be discussing Shohei Ohtani's future in Anaheim or elsewhere among the MLB. If you like daily MLB content, don't forget to hit that like button down below and subscribe for more daily MLB videos. And don't forget to tune into our live streams. We watch as many Angels games as we can. We do live reactions. Last night, you can go see our watch party. We reacted to Shohei breaking up the no-hitter in the 9th inning. Super fun game, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Without further ado, let's get into the video and start talking about Shohei's future. Now, we all know about Shohei Ohtani. For my money, he's the most talented baseball player in MLB history. Him and Babe Ruth, but Ohtani is doing it now, where we haven't really seen a two-way player in a very, very, very long time. There have been some pitchers who could hit a little bit like Madison Bumgarner, but nobody who does it on a consistent basis like Shohei Ohtani does. So Shohei Ohtani, as you can see, started in 2018. He had a decent rookie season, was good enough for Rookie of the Year. Wasn't dominant, it wasn't his full potential, of course, but he had a pretty good season. He had two rough years in 2019 and 2020. Pretty good at the plate in 2020, but in 2019, but 2020 he had a very rough season. Was actually a below average hitter as a whole in 2020. But in 2021, we all know the story. He had his breakout season, won the 2021 AL MVP unanimously over slugger Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And 2022, he's off to a pretty hot start as well. I love looking at his underlying metrics because it just shows how much of a freak of nature this guy is. You can see he's towards the top of the league in average exit velocity, max exit velocity, expected slugging, expected on base, barrel percentage. The only thing he doesn't do super well is he strikes out a lot, but a lot of players who hit a lot of home runs strike out a lot, a la Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, Joey Gallo, basically every player on the Yankees. Shohei Ohtani's kind of like that. And then if you look at his pitching stats too, the idea that this is the same person is just mind-blowing to me. Let me get out of the way here so you can see it. But the idea that he's able to pitch like this, and this isn't like Jacob deGrom numbers per se, but the idea that he can pitch like this while hitting like this is absolutely mind-blowing to me. He is two players in one. He's basically Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at the plate, and I don't know what's a good comp for him on the mound, honestly. It's kind of tough depending on the day with him. He has some really good outings where he looks like the best pitcher in baseball, and then he has some shaky outings where he can't seem to find the strike zone. But overall, he seems to be improving every single season and every single start. So I think he is the complete package. Now, Shohei Ohtani, let's talk about his contract situation with the Angels. This is the Angels' current contract situation. You got Mike Trout at the top making $37 million, Anthony Rendon making $36 million. Ouch. And just below him, we got Syndergaard, Rysel, Luke, Tepera, Lorenzen, and then finally Shohei Ohtani, only making $5.5 million this year, which is mind-blowing with how much talent they're getting out of this man. But don't worry about him. He's making plenty of money off the field. We'll talk about that in just a second. But Shohei Ohtani, in year 2 of arbitration, he has one more season of arbitration before he heads to be an unrestricted free agent in 2024. Now, if the Angels wanted to go with option A, which is trade Shohei Ohtani while he's at his peak value, we do have a recent comparison of a high-level player who was traded with 1 year left of service time, or 1 year left before free agency, 1.5 technically, and that is Mookie Betts with the Dodgers. So Mookie Betts was obviously a stud for the Red Sox, and this is the return that he got for them in this trade. It was a 3-team deal, so it was kind of interesting to see, but the Dodgers got Mookie Betts, David Price, and Brusdar Graterol from the Twins. The Red Sox, after only losing Mookie Betts, all they got was Alex Verdugo, Jeter Downs, who's a prospect still in their minor league system, and Connor Wong. Now, the only player who has made an impact on that team so far is Alex Verdugo. I will say, though, they were able to go out and get some more players in the offseason and trade. They ended up with Kyle Schwarber last season. They were able to go out and sign a couple relief pitchers, a couple of starters, and they were able to make a deep run in the postseason despite getting rid of Mookie Betts in 2020. So it is kind of interesting. The Twins were also involved in this. They got Kenta Maeda and Jair Camargo, don't really know how to pronounce that, but prospect as well as Kenta Maeda. So this is the kind of trade that Mookie Betts got. Now factor in, you're getting a Mookie Betts potential level player with the speed. He doesn't play in the field, so he's not really the defense that Mookie provides, but he's got the speed, he's got the power, probably a little more power than Mookie Betts. Doesn't really hit for as much contact as Mookie does, so he's not going to bat over 300 most likely, but an arguably very similar player at the plate. And then you add on the fact that he could be a solid top of the rotation piece for whatever team he goes to with an entire year of control left on him. Shohei Ohtani, if you were to be traded, would warrant the biggest haul in Major League Baseball history. And I honestly can't even fathom what he would be able to bring back from any team. Like, he's the kind of guy who could get multiple top 20 prospects from a team. He's the kind of guy who could get multiple established elite Major League Baseball players. I honestly don't know that there is a haul that is worth Shohei Ohtani. It is absolutely mind-blowing with the value that he would provide to whatever team he goes to. And that's another reason why we got to talk about option number 2, and that is extending Shohei Ohtani. Now, we've already talked about Shohei Ohtani's impact on the field, about how good of a baseball player he is as a pitcher, as a hitter, but let's talk about his value as a franchise owner. Put your mind in Artie Moreno's shoes at the moment. I hate Artie Moreno with a passion, but keep in mind, imagine you're the owner of a team like the Angels. You have this guy, Shohei Ohtani. Every time you do a giveaway of Shohei Ohtani, every single seat sells out immediately. Every single seat. When this bobblehead came out, I think the cheapest seat you could get at the game was like $50. So complete sellout just for a bobblehead. You could have a day game in the middle of the week during the school year, and you're still going to sell out of your stadium because you have a Shohei Ohtani giveaway. This shirt giveaway was a sellout. They gave away a pillow. It was a sellout, and it's going for over $100 on eBay right now. His jersey sales are through the roof. He's currently only top 10, but I expect that to jump up a little bit more. Just the amount of revenue that Shohei Ohtani brings into a franchise. You have the entirety of the country of Japan, like the entirety of an entire country that wouldn't even be watching your games is now watching your games. You have more TV broadcasting rights to give out. You have so much room for monetization from this one player. It really doesn't matter what you pay Shohei Ohtani, you are going to make a profit off of him. So as an owner, it makes sense to just give him a blank check, maybe 10 years, $500 million, the first $50 million player in MLB history. It makes sense. It doesn't matter how much you pay him, you are going to make that money back with the revenue that he brings in. It doesn't matter. We saw the Angels last season. They were like, 10 games under 500 towards the end of the year, and they were still having sellouts on Shohei Ohtani giveaways. It doesn't matter how bad the team is. If you have Shohei Ohtani on it, it is going to be a very, very profitable venture. So as an owner, it makes sense to give Shohei Ohtani a blank check, give him whatever he wants, pay him as much as he wants, keep his boy Ippei with him, his translator. I love that dude. There's just no reason to not pay him as much money as he wants. And with the way the Angels have handled big contracts, I wouldn't be surprised if they offer him the most money. But you never know. There are teams like the Yankees who have outbid the Angels in the past, or the Dodgers. So it would be a little scary. I would want to lock him up now if you are planning on locking him up long term. Now, with that in mind, now we got to talk about Shohei Ohtani. What could Shohei Ohtani's interest be in staying in Anaheim? And as much as I love my Angels, I don't know why he would stay in Anaheim. I really don't. Let's talk about that. All right, so these are the numbers since Shohei Ohtani has been with the Angels from 2018 to 2022. As you can see right here, the Angels have the 22nd most wins. So if Shohei Ohtani wanted to go to a better franchise, he has 21 other franchises to choose from. Obviously, the Dodgers and the Yankees up top, as well as the Houston Astros. The Rays would be an interesting option. I don't think they'd pay him. The Braves, the Brewers, the Red Sox, even the A's are in the top 10. Good Lord, man. The only teams that he really would have a problem going to, win-wise, would be the Reds, the Diamondbacks, the Rangers, the Pirates, the Marlins, Royals, Tigers, and the Orioles. So there are a lot of options. If Shohei Ohtani wants to win, there are a lot of places he can go, because honestly, with the way the Angels franchise is heading, I want to be optimistic about it, but there's nothing to be optimistic for. There's nobody coming up through our system who's going to absolutely just save the day and make us a postseason contender out of nowhere. We have to be honest with ourselves and what is best for him. So if Shohei, if I'm the Angels GM, Perry Manassian, I kind of go to Shohei and I'd be like, hey, at least at the end of the season, I say, hey, what do you want? What do you want? Do you want to sit here around for a rebuild, try to get us to win? Do you want control of the roster? What do you want so I can keep you here in Anaheim? And if Shohei doesn't want to stay in Anaheim, then you go out and get as much as you can for him. Every single MLB team will give you an offer for Shohei Ohtani. And you go out, you figure out what the best one is for your franchise, and you go out and make that deal. I don't want to see Shohei Ohtani on a different team than the Angels, but in his best interest, if he does want to win, this doesn't seem like the place for him at the moment. I don't know when the Angels will be competitive again. It has been since 2014 was the last time we've been competitive. We've had a couple of hot starts. We were a hot start in 2018, hot start this year, and then a seismic collapse by the Angels this season. And I don't know if Shohei wants to stick around for that. Shohei seems like he wants to win baseball games, and Anaheim does not seem like the place to do that at the moment. So if I'm Shohei Ohtani, I might want to request a trade or talk to Perry Manassian, talk to Artie Moreno and say, hey, if you want me here, go out and get us a winning ball club. Sign every single free agent. Go the Dodgers route. Spend $300 million. Who cares? It's just money. Shohei wants to win baseball games, build a team around him, and figure out a way to get to the postseason. That's really the only option if you want to retain him. Otherwise, he's going to walk, and you're going to have to need to trade him. So, we do have one more perspective to talk about, and that is us, the fans. What is the fans' perspective on this? And I'm an Angels fan, so I feel pretty qualified to give this explanation. So, let's get into that. Now, as an Angels fan, I want all the best players in baseball I want to see playing for the Angels. I want nothing more than to buy every single type of jersey with Shohei Ohtani's name on the back. I want every single bobblehead giveaway. I want every single t-shirt giveaway. I want all the Shohei Ohtani all the time. I love watching him. He's the most exciting part of Angels games. Mike Trout's a great ball player, but Shohei Ohtani is the most exciting player in baseball. He's the most talented player in baseball history, in my opinion. Nobody does what Shohei Ohtani does, and I want to see that. I want to see that. I would be more than happy. I would be elated if the Angels announced a Shohei Ohtani extension right now. I personally do not want to see him traded one bit. Like I said, I don't think there is a trade haul in the entire world, in the universe, that would equal the value of Shohei Ohtani, both monetarily, entertainment value-wise, and production-wise. I don't think there is a trade haul in the entire planet. There is no fathomable trade that I would be happy with if it means Shohei Ohtani is no longer on the Angels. So, as an Angels fan, I think we should extend him. As a Shohei Ohtani fan, I think he should probably leave. Putting myself in the owner's shoes, I think we should extend him as well. And, yeah, I don't know, man. It's a really complicated situation. So I've tried to give you guys the perspectives of the three groups, obviously, from Shohei, from the ownership, and from the fans' perspective. Let me know what you guys think the Angels should do. I'm sure every single non-Angels fan is going to be in the comments saying, trade him, trade him, trade him, trade him. But every Angels fan is probably going to be like, extend him, extend him. But I legitimately don't think there's a way that trading him, there's no trade that would equal the production of Shohei Ohtani. I'm sure I've said that 1,000 times by now, but that's how I feel. It really is how I feel. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think Shohei should do in this situation. Should he leave? Should he stay? Should the Angels give him a blank check? Should they trade him? Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and like daily MLB content. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.